So hello lovely people, I am here to do my reading wrap up for the month of November, and I only read 3 books. I like literally only had the time to read 3 books, but it was 3 lovely books. One was by Taylor Jenkins Reid, one True Loves, and the other 2 was by Colleen Hoover. So it was Ugly Love and November 9, and I am actually starting my 2023 reading journal today because my other journal has been full with journal spreads, and you all know while I do my reading wrap up, I do my journal spreads for the book one time, and I also have a flip through of the reading journal that has been completed. The spreads are awesome, so you all can check that out, and join me as I do my journal spread and talk about my reading wrap up for the month of November. So I read 3 books this month, and the books were November 9. So it was November 9, One True Loves and Ugly Love. So this is actually my setup, and I have a flip through for 2023, but my journal for 2020, what is it? My journal for 2022 has finished, and I have a flip through of that up as well. So I'm gonna do November 9 here. I'm gonna do One True Love here, and I'm going to try to do, what was the other book? I read One True Love, November 9, and Ugly Love. So I'm going to do One True Love here, Ugly Love, and I'm going to do November 9 here. So the first spread I want to do is November 9. Okay, let me do November 9 here. So the first spread I want to do is November 9. So the book November 9, I heard so many people rave about this book. And I said, you know what? Let me read this book, because I read It Ends With Us, It Begins With Us, and it was really nice, and I said, well, why not? I could definitely give this book a chance. So that's what I did, and it turned out to be so nice. There was so many unexpected turns in this book. I don't like to do spoilers, but I would just give like a quick synopsis as I go along. So the 2 characters, Ben and Fallon. So it starts off with Ben and Fallon meeting in this restaurant or this place where Fallon was having lunch with her dad. And, you know, they were having a heated conversation. Ben comes up and pretends to be her boyfriend. And Fallon is moving across the country to pursue her dreams of acting. And her dad is against it because of the fact of what had happened to Fallon. I wouldn't sell out and see what had happened to Fallon. And her dad thinks that she is not physically, you know, not physically fit to be on the screen anymore. So she is an actress, but she stops because of what had happened to her. So she got burnt. I said I wouldn't do a spoiler, but it would just spoil everything if I don't. So she got burnt, and, you know, here she is struggling to go back into acting, and she's trying to make a life for herself. So she meets this guy, she spends some time with him, and because she is leaving, she's not going to change her plans and dream for this guy, because, you know, she likes this guy sees her for who she is, her face has a burn, and, you know, she's getting a lot of attention from this guy, but she decides, listen, I'm not going to leave my plans and dreams to stay with this guy. So they make a plan that they would write to each other every November 9. And so they start writing letters, and he said, you know, he's going to start writing this book because he wants to be an aspiring author, and he starts writing this book about her life, only to find out that this is more than what it really is. Somehow things are not adding up after she starts, you know. So every November 9 they meet up, and she goes around peeking, and she meets his brother, and she can't understand, you know, the brother and him gets into an argument when she sees him, and the brother hits him, and she's like puzzled. She's like, you know, like, why is this happening? And the story has such a huge twist, you guys. Like, the twist is huge, and I have some stamps here that I want to use, so I'm going to use these stamps because of the fact, you know, that the book depicts, you know, they were writing letters to each other and stuff like that. And I got these stamps from Erin in a pen pal mail, and I love them. I love them a lot. But I know stamps don't go to the bottom of the mail, they go to the top there, so I'm going to put another one at the top there. In the end of the book, there are so many twists and turns because she finds out who is the person who really set the house on fire and caused her to get burned at around that time. It's just like a whole set of chaos. So I'm leaving the space here to put the quote that I like from this book. But definitely, I would recommend this book. I absolutely enjoyed this book. I'm putting this here, so I'll put the name of the book here. Maybe I should write in the name of the book first. So let me just get a marker to write November 9. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars because when I reached the end of the book and I thought that there was nothing, like what else could have a twist and turn here? Like this is the twist and turn in the book. Like whoa, what a twist and turn. And then when I get closer to the end of the book, there was another twist and turn. I was just wowed. I was just wowed throughout the book. I was just wowed. So I'm just doing a journal spread, and then I will put in the quote that I like here. And I would show the picture of the code that I use at the end of the video. So when the video is finished, please stay tuned for that. But I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. Oh my goodness. If I had to reread a book, I would definitely reread that book again. Shouldn't put that red stamp there. I shouldn't put that red stamp there. So let me just take it out. It's too red, and I would put with this one. It's too red, so I'm gonna have to do something with this. So I'm going to move on to the next book, One True Love. Or maybe I should, as I'm on Colleen Hoover, I would do Colleen Hoover book one time. So let me put something here, maybe put this here. I kind of am running out on stuff. So I get a lot of stuff when I get pen pal letters. So I literally save everything, pieces of washi tape and stuff. Oh, so that was another stamp there. How cool. So maybe I should put this one down here. I actually thought it was a bell. So I put this one down here. Oh, it's upside down. So this is my spread for November 9. I will put the code that I really liked here. And let's move on to Ugly Love. So Ugly Love is also by Colleen Hoover. So let me do a base spread. Let me just pack back this stamp here. I'll have to wait for the other one to dry. So Ugly Love is also by Colleen Hoover. Ugly Love, for me, it was a very, very messy book. When I say messy, the relationship in the story is about this girl, is about Tate Collins and Miles Archer. And when I say messy, I didn't like some of the things that happened in the book. It was a good read. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. So these two people, they meet each other and they decide, okay, they wouldn't even consider themselves really friends, but they just have this thing, mutual attraction. So they decide, okay, we are not friends, but we have this mutual attraction, so maybe we should explore and they said, well, okay, this maybe might be just the perfect setup, and they don't have time for love, so they just go into. Okay, so I'm gonna put the name of the book here, but I won't. I will just put like a separate paper to put the name of the book there. Put this butterfly here. So they decide, okay, we don't have time for love, but we could meet up and we could have a good time, and you know. So they end up they decide, okay, we're gonna set rules for each other. So they set these rules. He said, okay, you're not gonna ask me about my past, which immediately she finds maybe kind of interesting, because if someone tells you, you don't ask me about my past, I think the first thing you would want to ask that person, what is it that you don't want me to know about your past? I mean, we're not together, but we are sleeping together, so he tells her, you know, don't ask about my past and don't expect any future at all with me. So her father is very protective, her brothers are very protective, and the entire thing turns to like this bit of chaos, because come on, he is definitely a nice person. She is sleeping with him and she starts developing feelings for him. So they both start breaking the promises they made. All the rules that they had, you know, it gets broken up, and everything just gets very ugly in this relationship. So I am looking for next paper to put so I can put the quote that I like. I'm gonna put the quote that I like here. I literally am fishing around for stuff to see what I have. I'm gonna put the quote that I like. I wanna raise the butterfly. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna put the quote that I like at the bottom here. Somehow, I wish I could reread the book, but I wouldn't to fully understand the book. But as I say, all in all, it was a good book. It was a good read. So I have some little things here. Let me see what I have here. So just some colored paper. I thought it was like things that I can use in my spread. So I had to stop filming for a while and get up and get some stuff. And let me just push this again a little more. So I'm literally looking for stuff. So I got some little thingies here. I'm just searching. Let me see what this have. I literally hoard everything because I need to. So this would work nice. This will work nice for my next video, for my next spread. So I could use this. I could use this for the next spread. I could use this. So as I said, all in all, it wasn't a horrible book. It was nice. It was really nice. So let me just put these things aside. So I'm going to use this instead of the glue to get a nice thick straight down. So I'm gonna stick this in the corner here. I wanted to put the code that I like there. What am I doing? Oops, it's actually a sticker. Oh my, so I wasted that. Uh-oh. I wouldn't have known that was a sticker though. So I'll put this in the corner here, and I will put this. I think this is a sticker. I'm not too sure. You guys bear with me. No, it's not. So I get the chance to use this again. Hopefully it's not a sticker. I like this at the bottom here. I like this at the bottom here, so I'm going to leave it at the bottom because I like it. I'm going to use this for the other spread, and I am going to take this one and use it on this one. Don't think this is intended to be used like this because there are two holes here, so maybe I should cut it out. So this is very fitting because at the end it turned out to be something beautiful. So it started off ugly and it turned out to be something beautiful. So I'm not sure what I want to put there. So maybe I should put this here, or put this here. So I'm putting this here. What do I put next? Maybe put another butterfly. Really have to get myself some supplies. So it's just like a lot of butterflies, you know. It's just a lot of butterflies. Oh my gosh. It fits the team because they had such a connection. So it's like butterflies. Would I be overdoing it if I put another butterfly? Yes, because I need to leave space for the coat that I liked. And now this is what I'm going to try to do, right? So where am I going to put the coats? Where am I going to put the coat that I like? And now I have to try to take it out. I can't. I messed that up. Now I have to put it smaller. It just looks white, but it doesn't look bad. So the next book. Okay, people. So the next book is One True Loves, and that is by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So One True Love. So this book is about a young lady called Emma Blair, and Emma is married to this guy for 1 year. She is like so completely in love with this guy. He's a really nice guy. He's really good to her, and their 1 year anniversary is coming up. So here they build this whole, I don't like edges sometimes, so I would just cut that out. So they build this whole world away from, you know, their parents, and they're living really happy, and, you know, everything is going great. So they travel together, they live in the life, having a good time. So on their first wedding anniversary, this is what happens on their first wedding anniversary. Her husband Jesse is leaving to go on this trip where it's actually work related. So he's leaving to go on this trip, and normally, you know, he would call and he would always keep in contact with her, But for some reason, he doesn't. So they realize the plane goes missing, and you know, of course she was going to grieve him. She loves him. I mean, this is her person. They were really happy together, and time goes by. He doesn't return, and you know, the love that she has for him, it doesn't fade. But she realizes that she has to move on with her life. So she quits her job. She moved back home, put her life together, and she runs into this old friend called Sam. You know, she realized, she have to move on with her life, and she gets engaged to Sam, and she doesn't forget Jesse, but I want to use these. So I'm gonna cut this here. So she gets engaged to Sam, who's a really, really, really nice guy. You know, he will never measure up to Jesse, but he is such a nice guy. So I always want to use this one. I hope when I close, I was hoping that would happen, but one day, you know, Jesse is found and they contact her. So everything hits her, everything comes back like, whoa. So Sam, being the nice guy that he is, you know, he tells her, he say, you know, go and meet him, you know, when you're ready, come back to me. You know, I mean, he knows. He knew how much she had loved this guy. So what am I going to use there? Do I want to use this? So I'm going to cut this and use this. She goes back and she realizes that Jesse isn't the same person as he leaves, because he finds out about Sam, and he is really annoyed, you know, that she moved on. How could she move on? How could she this? How could she start blaming her and stuff like that? And she realizes, you know, she's telling him, you know, how could you? And she had written a letter to him before, letting him know that, you know, I do love you. I'm not letting you go. You will always be a part of me, you know, stuff like that. And he finds the letter and he thinks that, you know, she willfully wanted to move on. And it causes a rift in the relationship that he thinks that he is trying to mend with her. So we're just going to put the name of the book here. So the name of the book here was, the name of the book was One True Loves. She realizes that, you know, this isn't what she wants anymore, and she decides, you know, she has to choose. And of course, I wouldn't tell you who she chooses. The book is definitely 5 out of 5 stars for me. Go read the book and let me all know what you think about this. So these are my spread. This was, I don't know, this was Ugly Love turned into something beautiful. So, and this is my spread for One True Love, and I have a flip through of my setup for my 2023 spreads. I totally forgot I have to do December spreads still, so then I have to do December spreads. I will fix that. So yeah, thank you for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Bye.